So you just got a brand new car. You slide over to one of your friends' house to show them the car, and they just so happen to have a few people over, so more people got to see it. You walk in and you're so excited to see your friends and just have a good time that you left the keys to your brand new car on the coffee table. Fast forward a few hours later, it's time for you to go, but you can't find your keys. You left them right there, but they're not there anymore. So you go around the house searching for your keys and you can't find them. Now, you look over at the people who are in this place and you see them laughing and talking. One of them pulls off their jacket and tosses it onto the couch. And that's when you hear a familiar jingle. You waited until that person walked away and you went in their pocket. And you were right. They had your car keys. So instead of saying anything, you just put the jacket back down, went to your car, started it up, and parked right in their face. They're looking at you. You're looking at them. Your enemy just went from confident to confused. And they don't know if you're going to say something, confront them, tell other people. They don't know what's going to happen. All they know is you know that it was them. All right, what's up, everybody? So we're going to be jumping into these messages. Now, you are in a position right now, or you're about to be in a position right now where you're going to have to be smart about your next move, okay? Are you going to shout things from the rooftop, or are you going to keep quiet and keep your enemy guessing, okay? Something is about to be revealed to you or shown to you, okay? It could be a download, it could be a dream, it could be somebody telling you something, but you're going to find out some information that your enemy does not want you to know. Why? Well, it's going to cause a domino effect in their life, okay? So we're going to be going over a few of those things here, then we're taking it over to the Patreon to continue the conversation. So here I have a orange, green, and golden nugget of information. These are your messages here. Then we're heading over to the Patreon where I got some orange messages and a green message. So 5 messages over on the Patreon. Make sure that you guys click the extended stars if you want the extended of this video and all of the Message Mondays video. But I would recommend getting the Dream Juice tier because that includes everything. All the videos that I post here on YouTube, all of the extended videos are accessible to you on the Patreon, okay? So we're going to be jumping into the messages we have here. As you guys can see, there are 3 numbers on the screen. I want you to choose the number that you feel most drawn to. And of course, you can listen to each and every single one of these messages. It's just that the number you choose may be a little bit more highlighted in your life at this time. So without further ado, let's get to these messages. All right, so if you chose message number 1, you need to understand your enemies are on pins and needles, okay? So with you, the scenario is at the part where you put your keys in the ignition, they're looking at you, you're looking at them, and it's just like, uh-oh, what happens next? Okay, so of course you're going to take this scenario and you're going to apply it to your own situation. We're just using this scenario as the muse to help you understand what's going on. So somebody is waiting or wondering what happens next. I even got, there's a scripture in the Bible that says there's no rest for the wicked. So if you can imagine a continuation of this scenario, that person now has to go home with that same wondering, okay? Now, they wonder, how did you know? Okay, so that whole, you heard the jingling in their pocket and all of that. See, they don't know all that. They wasn't there to see all that. That jingle in the pocket may be your spirit guides whispering to you, may be a message. It may be, you know, actually something being shown to you, revealed to you. But that jingling in the pocket, that's the key, because they don't know that that happened. Okay, or when this happens, when you get this clue, okay, that's your clue. It could be a spiritual clue, physical clue, whatever. You're about to get a clue. They want to know, how did you know? Where did you get this clue from? That's driving someone insane. Okay, if this is a cheating situation, how did you know? How did you know that I was going to be at this spot at this time with this girl, whatever, or with this guy, or whatever the case may be? It's driving them insane. They're wondering, I thought I crossed every T and dotted every I. How did you still figure it out? Okay, now they're waiting. Will you tell the others? Dun, dun, dun. Will you tell the other people? Okay, will you confront them? You know, y'all staring each other down. You in the driver's seat. They know they stole the keys. They know that they didn't want to see you shining in this car. They wanted you to be sad and distraught because you lost the keys. They wanted to put a distraction in front of you. But Didn't go as planned. Now what? Okay? How will other people look at them? If you go and you tell somebody else, listen, this person stole my keys. I came to your house to show y'all my car and somebody started hating, stole my stuff. How would the other people view them? You know, they're worried about losing friendships or looking bad or ruining their reputation. Okay. Now, and we're gonna take this one over to the Patreon. I got a separate message for this, but they want to know, how can I spin this? How can I turn this around? How can I make it look like it's not what it is? Okay. How can I spin this around quickly? All right. Now, further explaining how they felt after the scenario. For some of you guys, this chipped at their confidence. Okay. They can't talk that mess anymore. It's like, you know, a secret. So imagine if you lost the keys. Hey, everybody help me find my keys. And they was like, see, you got to keep up with your keys, man. See, y'all need to learn. Don't do what they do. Like, they talking all this mess about you. Meanwhile, they're the ones who hid your keys. So the silence is killing them. Like, they can't take the fact that you're not saying anything. They can't take the fact that you're not openly announcing what they did, but they know it's lingering over their head. Okay. So for a lot of you guys who have been silent in this season, congratulations. That's the move, kid. So pins and needles, you got your enemies waiting and wondering what's going to happen next. Let's get to the next one. So if you chose number 2, it's time to answer. Okay. This is about your enemies. And if you choose number 2, make sure you stick around for number 3, because this applies as well. But it's a spiritual debt collection season. What you have sown is what you're about to reap. Okay. Are you in credit card debt? Not literally, but spiritually speaking. Are you in debt? Because we gonna start making them phone calls, showing up, you know, garnishing wages, whatever we got to do to collect, we gonna start collecting. This is happening spiritually. Okay. Listen to this. This is kind of weird, but this is what I got. People are trying to hide their mark of the beast tattoos, whatever that means to you. Okay. That can mean so many different things to so many different people. What I mean is, you, like the curse they tried to put on you, whatever was reversed back onto them, they're trying to hide it. Okay. They're trying to, you ever watch the zombie movies where a person get bit by the zombie and they don't want the group to know that they've been bit, so they keep trying to hide it? Okay, it's kind of like that. It's like, listen, you was drinking the devil's juice and now you got this mark on you, and you can't hide it, or they're trying to hide it. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Oh, okay, this is a better way to explain it. People are attempting to hide the spiritual blood on their hands. So this is way bigger than just our scenario today. Globally, or whatever you want to call it, this is just a time and a season where, things are being judged. And a lot of people with spiritual blood on their hands are being exposed, or it's being shown. Even if it's not being shown openly to everybody, the people who need to know. No, this is kind of like a need to know basis. I need you to know who keeps sending these attacks. So God now telling you. I need you to know who keep trying to put these spells on you and all of that. So now it's being revealed. Okay. This is a need to know season. And these are the things that you need to know. So the people who are doing these things are now being caught, being judged, and being marked. Okay. And so they're trying to hide this. All right. Your hands and your heart is clean. Now, this is the direct message that I got. So for some of you guys, you should just, I don't know, you should be happy right now. God loves you and is proud of you. Okay. I even got to tell you, thank you for being obedient. Okay. And it's not even you like just being obedient. Some of y'all done the hard work. It's like you didn't even want to be the right person. Imagine in a scenario, you found your keys in this person's pocket. You could have went and straight up confronted them, beat them up. Like, this is my dream car. I worked hard for this. And you going to try to cause a delay in my life or an obstacle? You could have beat them down, but you didn't. Okay? Or maybe for some of y'all you did. But the key is, where was your heart and your intention when you did it? I know that sounds a little confusing, but I got into it recently. But it wasn't because I wanted to be big and bad. It was because somebody came for my child. And my intention was to take up for my child, not to destroy the building, in a sense, okay? So I don't think that there was much spiritual debt or karma attached to me because I lost my mind, okay? Because of the simple fact that I had to be Mama Bear in that moment, okay? So, This part I heard clearly, like, I'm gonna reward you good, like the good, that GOOD, like big all caps. I'm about to reward you good. And it's crazy because when I think about the scenario I was given about you pulling up in your dream car, you thought you was already rewarded good, which lets me know this means you're getting even more on top of the more that you've already gotten. You see? Okay, now listen, those who had ill will, who lied on you, who spread rumors, who had hidden motives, had secret hatred in their heart, they turned against you, these people are now being, I don't want to say punished, because punished to me is like something that we're, some extra hardness that we're putting on it. No, you're just reaping what you've sown, okay? The person in the scenario can't rest at night. That's their fault, because they stole. You feel what I'm saying? You didn't do that. That's their fault. They're waiting and they're wondering and they're trying to figure all these things out. They're in a state of confusion. That's their fault. They brought that on themselves, okay? So they may feel like they're being punished. They may feel like they're suffering bad karma, but all of this that's happening is stuff that they brought on themselves. Okay, so no guilt association committee is going to be coming in your house giving you papers telling you what to not sleep over and all the stuff that you should feel bad about. No, you're going to take your blessings and you're going to smile and be happy and shine, because that's just how it is when you have a good heart. Let's get to the next one. All right, now for this last one, I got radio silent. Okay, so if you chose number 3, your enemies are either now or about to be radio silent. And this is what I was talking about if you chose number 2. Okay, how it kind of leads into this. Now, the definition of radio silent, peep this: a period during which one hears nothing from a normally communicative person or group. Now, did I say that right? Communicative? I hope I said that right. But usually this person be running their mouth, basically. Okay, but now they're quiet, okay? So a period during which you hear nothing from somebody who normally running their mouth. Okay, some of y'all haters are getting so quiet that it's eerie. Why? Well, because the black magic casters and all these people who thought they knew what they was doing, it was all fun and games until that karma came back, till those reversals started happening. Okay, it's reminding me of the time when I was in college. I had this one friend who loved to scam, and she gave me these bogus checks one day and set up me and like 3 or 4 of our other friends, put us in the line, and we all thought we was getting money that day, and we did get money that day. And about 3 weeks later, we all got, you know, these letters talking about you owe us this money, and if you don't, it's going on tuition, and then if you do, you getting kicked out of school. And then we found out you was doing fraud, and it turned into this huge big snowball of craziness. And I thought, ooh, I'm getting some free money. Wrong. It's going to come back on you one day. And this is how it's happening now. It's like it's all fun and games until those reversals start coming back. And now the stuff that was never even a threat to be taken from you is now the main thing that's about to be taken from you, okay? I hope that makes sense. Okay, so the main thing they wanted to happen to you is about to be the main thing that happens to them. All right, karma, what goes around comes around, reversals. What should have come to you is coming back on them. All right, so again, remember, they're radio silent. So for some of you guys, you've been like, where the heck is that? Like, if you a hater, make some noise, and it's quiet. Like, where y'all at? Like, y'all thought y'all was talking. Let me give you a little bit of a sneak peek into the mindset of this enemy or this hater or whoever. Imagine that you go to court and it's time for the deliberation. It's time for the jury to go into the room, pull out all the facts, the receipts, the evidence, and add it up. This person was very confident that they wouldn't get caught, that there's not enough evidence, there's no proof, and then the judge come back in, and the judge decide they was wrong, and you all right. Imagine how that person feels in that moment when they realize the judge and the jury is not on their side. We don't believe you. You're going to jail. Imagine how they feel in that moment, okay? That's what we're talking about right now, that single moment where I was so confident that I was going to win or I wasn't going to get caught, then I get caught. That's just the beginning. Because see, that moment now makes their imagination go forward. So if I'm caught and I'm going to jail, that means I'm going to be in a jail cell. That means my freedom get taken away. That means I might be somebody's girlfriend or boyfriend. You know, that all these things start coming into mind. And this is what happened to your hater, your enemy. So either physically thinking, oh man, if I stole their stuff and they found out it was me, what if I was on surveillance? Then the police coming, then I'm going to jail, then I'm getting this arrest charge, which is going to be on my record, which means I can't get no job in the future, which means blah, 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 blah. And it just starts, like I was saying at the beginning of the video, it starts this domino effect. Okay, so it's not just what they did to you, it's all of the things that come afterwards that has them worried, that has them feeling a little sick. Okay, so let's wrap it up. All right, guys, so I hope you was able to take this scenario and kind of use it in whatever capacity it resonates with you. For some of you all, this could be a coworker. This could be, you know, an ex, okay? This could be a frenemy, a person in your camp, in your group that you didn't even know was mad at you, but they see you shining. It's like, oh no, I have to do something about that, you know? So however it applies to you, let it resonate in whatever area. So we're going to continue the conversation over on Patreon. Now we're getting a little bit deep, okay? Somebody is hurt and haunted right now. Somebody is quiet, but they still thinking, okay? So we're going to be talking about some of the strategies that they're coming up with in their head right now. Then we need to talk about reverse victimization, okay? You need to know that that might happen. And we also need to talk about how things have shifted in this enemy or this hater's life, because it's like it went from bad to worse, okay, because of this scenario. We're going to be breaking down and talking about that. And then we also need to see what this person sees from their perspective looking at you now, okay? There's the way they looked at you before, like, oh, you think you shine, I'm going to steal your keys, blah, blah, blah. But then when the roles reverse, it's like they look at you different now. You can imagine that. It's like, first I just thought, I had this in the bag. And now it's like, oh no, you're way smarter than I thought. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding a little bit when I do that. But you know, it make them look at you different. Okay, so you might want to check out why. Now, when you go over there, I recommend that you join the Dream Juice tier, because you will get the Dreamy Wednesdays and the Short Saturdays. But if you just want the extended for this, then join the extended stars, and you can always upgrade the tier later on, okay? But if this is where it ends for you, thank you so much for all of your likes, your subscribes, your shares. I appreciate you guys so much. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.